Sydney Sanders, 1 inning, 5 runs against Southern Illinois in her only NCAA tournament game. 1 inning and at least 3 runs in her second.
Ball 3 in.
And it's Kylie Naomi who leads the NCAA tournament in RBIs with a chance for as many as 4. Naomi off the end of the bat. That will fall on the dirt, trickling to the grass. Bloodworth is home. Station to station for Oklahoma State. The first 5 have reached to the second, and it is 4-0 OSU.
And that ball just hit off the end of Kylie Naomi's bat. Bit of an off-speed pitch. She's out in front of it. It just pokes it out beyond second base. Nobody can get to it. Perfectly placed as if she just dropped it there with her hand. RBI for Naomi.
There's Morgan Wynn.
Ball.
Scores to single her first time up. This is the Oklahoma State offense we saw in the Super Regionals. They scored 17 runs in 2 games against Oregon. Does have a grand slam this year, Morgan Wynn. Came against Louisiana back in February. Strike 2. Skips away from Lundberg, and here comes the 5th run. Becker's in the score factor as well. The ball is out of play. It rolled up on the net. Factor's going to be sent back to third despite her best efforts. So a wild pitch uncorked by Morris, and it is 5-zip. And Bullock goes for a ride. Bailey Runner, who is the designated rider of Bullock, of course, in the Oklahoma State dugout. Wynn blasts off left center. That's going to bring in 2 more. The floodgates are all the way open. It's 7-0 as Wynn takes 2.
This Oklahoma State offense is just rolling. They look so locked in at the plate, so confident with what they're seeing, any speed. This is a changeup that Morgan Wynn is able to stay in her legs and stay back on. She just drove that. I mean, the sound of it coming off the bat, she got so much of it, much like many of these Oklahoma State swings. They are just on these pitches off speed and down in the zone.
Couple of nitro blasts off the bat of Wynn. Caitlin Carlisle now. Oklahoma State has sent 6 to the plate in the inning. 5 have scored, all 6 have reached. Wow. Carlisle up the middle. It's deep through. Wynn rounds third. Wynn is coming home. Everybody into the pool. 6 runs, and there is no stopping this Oklahoma State train.
Just absolutely on top of everything. Even the hard ground balls aren't going to defenders. They're getting through the infield much like this. If that's hit at Davidson, it's maybe an out, but all their balls are finding holes off the end of the bat by Naomi. Ground balls that get through the infield. Everything working for the Cowgirls.
3 RBIs for Carlisle. Ball. I'll tell you what, our replay operator is sure getting a lot of work tonight. Most runs scored in a World Series game. Can you believe that? With all of the years they've been here, they've broken their record, and they've only committed 3 outs. Warwick center field, and that will be the 4th out. The 8th batter of the inning, the first one retired by a Utah pitcher. I mean, Kenny Gajewski said it. He told Courtney before the game, Courtney relayed it to us an inning ago. He felt very confident about this team. He said it after the game last night. Oklahoma State was run-ruled by Florida State 8-0. And Kenny, after the game, went up on the podium and said, this team is special. They've been special all year. I have no doubt that we'll play well. Said, I wish we could get right back out here and play. And despite the long wait, they have been ready to go. Talon Edwards, strike 2.
Well, the story on Oklahoma State wasn't how they started the season. It was how they kind of ended the season before the NCAA tournament.
Last night looked like the team that we saw at the end of the regular season. 4 hits against, albeit a very good Florida State team. And look, this is not Utah's A pitching staff with Mariah Lopez clearly unavailable tonight, but it's still a World Series team in Utah. Still a good staff. That's dug out by Edwards. It is booted by Belardi at second base, and Carlisle will take an extra base out of it. An error to prolong Utah's unrest in the second.
Another just hard hit ground ball, and Belardi should be an out, just misplays it. And I like the base running by Carlisle. As soon as she saw that in the infield, first of all, she gets around the ball so it doesn't hit her, and then does a 360 turn there at second base with a little fancy footwork to get herself to third.
Belardi with the error, her 13th of the year. And here's Tuck, who started this whole mess with a first pitch double.
But when you think about that 2-11 stretch that they had, Kevin, and Kenny Gajewski told us coming out of the World Series, he addressed our team before the Oregon Super Regional. So they went 2-11, went to regionals, played like a different team, but a team that had a reset, a regroup, played like they did in February and March. And what I liked is when Kenny Gajewski told us that he addressed the team before that Super Regional, and they were going to say that, you know, they're back. And he wanted to make the point to them, we never left. Just because we went 2-11 doesn't mean we aren't the same team back in February and March. We never left. We just went through a little bit of a challenge at some point in the season.
They're playing tough competition at the time, and they felt like they were just a play or two away from a lot of those wins. Ball. And what was also galvanizing for Oklahoma State, we talked to Kenny and some of the players about this, was when they saw their name pop up as the 6th seed. A lot of people didn't think Oklahoma State deserved the 6th seed because of the cratering at the end of the year. But the committee rewarded their body of work. And it was a reminder for this team just how good they had been.
It was during that time, too, where he felt like when they just couldn't figure out ways to win ball games, that he felt like their team was playing like they were trying to protect a top 8 seed. It's an experienced team that knows what the selection show is all about.
There's a strikeout. Tuck stepping in front of the catcher, Lundberg. Edwards had second. Amy Hogue might be asking about an out here, and I think that is what Danny Bowman's going to give. Looks like Tuck's going to be out, and then the officials are going to discuss potential interference here against Tuck stepping over the plate into the path of the catcher, Lundberg. Kenny Gajewski will get the explanation. So that is going to be a double play. Runner Edwards will be out after Tuck stepped across the plate. That will end a 6-run bonanza for Oklahoma State.
One down.